Ladies and gentlemen, now it is the time for us to invite a special individual in this Colors Night 2023. Being the guest of honor, a distinguished Anandian, Professor in Sports and Exercise Medicine, Department of Allied Health Sciences, Director, Center for Sports and Exercise Medicine, Faculty of Medicine, University of Colombo, Sri Lanka. Sir, this invitation goes to you. The guest of honor of Colors Night 2023, distinguished Anandian, Professor Chathuranga Ranasinghe, to address this grand work, Colors Night 2023.
Venerable Mahasangha, chief guest of today's Colors Night, the commander of the Sri Lankan Air Force, Air Marshal Udeni Rajapaksa, principal of Ananda College, Mr. Lal Disanayaka, members of the staff, president of the Ananda College All Boys Association, Professor Atula Kaluarachi, distinguished members of the Old Boys Association, the head prefect and the top board and the prefect's body, distinguished invitees, accomplished coaches, proud parents, and my dear award-winning Anandians, my dear athletes. It gives me immense pleasure, pride, and privilege to stand here in front of you to talk a few words in this victorious occasion where we celebrate your victories. It's not only the victories that we celebrate here, we celebrate your dedication, your perseverance, your passion, your commitment to the game. And also it's central for life also. So hats off to you, my dear Anandians. And also I should mention here, this path is not possible without the coaches and the parents and the teachers. So let me congratulate you for this occasion. On a personal note, this Kularatna Hall, this podium, this mic brings me a lot of memories which goes back to about 30 years. First, as a young boy, it was the first time I stood in front of a mic is on this podium. Then I went on to become the chief English announcer of the Ananda College broadcasting unit. Then I still am in front of mics talking to people. So thank you, Ananda. I can remember as an athlete, I stood like you in the corner rows. I played badminton and cricket. I represented school in both. And I can proudly remember as member of the top board, just like you seated in front, wearing the badge so proudly. So thank you very much. I'm so humbled here to be here for inviting me, the principal, the organizing committee, and the prefect's board. මම ඉතාමත් ගෞරවයක් කොට සලකනවා මා හට මේ අවස්ථාවට ආරාධනා කිරීම සම්බන්ධයෙන්. So me being a sports physician, I treat athletes in different levels, especially the national athletes. I travel with them to international competitions. I work with local and international sporting bodies, both as a physician and as an educator. So I thought that this is a good occasion to share a few of my experiences that I have gained over the years, which has always been my breeding ground has been Ananda. So let me share my thoughts with you. So my dear Anandians, you all are accomplished individuals here. If I may I ask you, what is the biggest sporting event or the most glamorous sporting event in the world? What is it? The sporting event where all of us, all athletes dream to take part in, or at least even not to win, to take part in. මේ ලෝකයේ තියෙන විශිෂ්ටතම ක්‍රීඩාව උල්ල කුමක්ද? Any guesses? Yes, it's the Olympics. So Olympics is the pinnacle of sport. It is a movement. This Olympic movement is created on 3 principles. මේ ඔලිම්පික් ක්‍රීඩා උළෙල මූල ධර්ම 3ක් මත තමයි පදනම් වෙලා තියෙන්නේ. ඒ ක්‍රීඩාවට පමණක් නොවේ අපේ ජීවිතයටත් ඉතාමත් වැදගත් මූල ධර්ම 3ක්. එයින් පළවෙනි මූල ධර්මය කුමක්ද? The first Olympic value, that is called excellence. Excellence යනු විශිෂ්ටත්වය. Every athlete's passion is to become the best, to reach higher levels, to stretch boundaries, and to create something which was not there before. That's what the top level athletes do. විශිෂ්ටත්වයේ යනු කුමක් හෝ ක්‍රීඩාවක පළවෙනි ස්ථානයේ පැමිණීම නොවේ. ඒකේ එහි එක් ගුණාංගයක් පමණයි. විශිෂ්ටත්වයේ යනු you give your best effort at a given time. You give your 100%. That is excellence. So my dear Anandians, you have to be reaching excellence. It's not always winning, but how you compete. If you win like a champion. Even if you lose like a champion. So excellence is number 1. So being in this sport for the last decade, I see 2 things that you should think of. I know you train hard. I know coaches train hard. There are 2 things that you should know. The science has evolved a lot in sport. There's sports science, sports medicine, and the international athletes are using them. So as young athletes, you should be using that too. It is very important, parents, to create a pathway for them. Their career should be planned scientifically. Number 2 is education. Good old days, අපි කියනවා ස්පෝර්ට් කරොත් අධ්‍යාපනය කරන්න බෑ කියලා. Now the whole ball game has changed. It's no more you can divide sport and education. The Olympic gold medalists are coming out of universities. So my dear athletes, you have to do your education well. Personally, I know if you don't do that at the highest level, it's very difficult to reach the top. So you should always aim for a university education. So those 2 things, science and education, you have to think. So that's excellence. දෙවෙනි Olympic මූලධර්මය, respect. What is respect? ගරුත්වය, නීතිගරුක බව, එකිනෙකාට ගරු කිරීම. You should respect yourself, you should respect your teammates, and even you should respect your opponents. You should respect the rules of the game, which is very important. So as Anandians, you should always think when you're competing outside, locally or internationally, that you keep to this benchmark and you always hold on to that. You never put that benchmark down whatever the other opponents do. So always give respect, you will definitely gain respect. හැම වෙලාවෙම ගරුත්වය පුරුදු කරන්න ස්පෝර්ට්ස්මන් කෙනෙක් විදිහට. The third Olympic value is the one which I like most. It is friendship. සහෝදරත්වය. මුළු ලෝකේ පුරාම ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන මේ ඔලිම්පික් තරඟාවලිය අවුරුදු 100කටත් එහා මම දකිනවා ඔබතුමාලගේ බෑක්ඩ්‍රොප් එකේ තියෙන්නේ ග්‍රීසියට රෝමයට ආසන්න පුවරු. ඉතින් ග්‍රීසියෙන් පටන් ගත් ඔලිම්පික් උළෙලේ දිගටම පැවතිච්ච එක මූල ධර්මයක් තමයි friendship. It is a priceless award the sport gives is friendship. If you all think, even me, all my friends are either from the Prefects Guild, or either from the broadcasting unit, or either from the sports I did, badminton and cricket. Wherever I travel, I have somebody there to take care of me. So these friendships are very important. You develop them within your groups and always influence others to be friends, even outside of your school. So develop friendships. There is in the history of sport, there are times, I think the chief guest might agree with me, the wars have been stopped because of sport. Because of two athletes from two countries talk together have stopped wars. So sports has been a diplomatic tool, so use it. So my dear Anandians, use these three components. You become excellent, you never give up, you become respectful, you be kind and fair, you build friendships that last for long times. So I'd like to conclude with that and congratulate you for these excellent performances that you have done. And I hope that you will be able to reach, I know there are some international athletes here who can reach international podiums and even Olympic podiums inside the track, inside the field, inside the court, and also in your life. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, young Anandians. May the blessings of Ananda always be with you. ඔබ සැමට ආනන්දේ සරණයි. බොහොමත්ම ස්තුතියි.